Welcome to another edition of Rogues Gallery, where we list a superhero's top 10 villains based on your votes. This week, we're tackling a character known for having some of the best rogues in comics, the fastest man alive, The Flash. Going back to the Silver Age, The Flash's rogue gallery is one of the most colorful and eclectic in all of comics. Some try to outthink him with gadgets and weapons, some try to be more powerful, and some are speedsters looking to prove their superiority. Just missing out on the top 10 this time were, among others, Abracadabra, The Top, and perhaps surprisingly due to his role in Legends of Tomorrow, Heatwave. Now let's count down the Flash's top 10 villains. Number 10, Sabotage. Sabotage studied the Speed Force in ways no one ever thought to do, and unlocked entirely new powers through his studies. He started a Speed Force cult and attempted to strip the Flash family of their powers, but was defeated and locked inside the very mysterious force he sought to understand. Number 9, Hartley Rathaway, aka the Pied Piper. Hartley was born deaf, and when his hearing was restored, he came to deeply appreciate sound and music. He used his intimate knowledge to create sonic-based weapons and became an enemy to the Flash, but reformed as one of the first openly gay superheroes in comics and as one of Wally West's best friends. Number 8, James Jesse, aka the Trickster. Born into a family of circus performers but afraid of heights, James Jesse built shoes which could walk on air and quickly turned his knack for innovation into a gimmick for his life of crime. The Trickster often flirts with both sides of the law, and in the past has been an FBI agent tasked with bringing down the rogues, and was instrumental in the downfall of the demon Neron during Underworld Unleashed. Number 7, Sam Scudder, the first man to be known as the Mirror Master. Scudder accidentally unlocked the secrets to a hidden mirror world which he could access and use to confound the Flash by creating mirror duplicates of himself. He died during Crisis on Infinite Earths, but returned as a member of the Rogues as a result of the New 52. Number 6, the Black Flash. Death comes for everyone, even speedsters in the form of the menacing Black Flash. The Black Flash is always present at the death of a speedster, and came for Wally West, who managed to outrun it to the edge of time where death has no meaning. Number 5, Evan McCullough, the second Mirror Master. The second Mirror Master grew up in Scotland with a chip on his shoulder after being abandoned by his parents, and grew up to be an assassin. He worked against and alongside Animal Man before falling in with the Rogues, whom he often clashed with over his drug addiction and reckless behavior. Number 4, Hunter Zolomon, also known as Zoom. When Wally West refused his friend's request to use the cosmic treadmill to go back and fix his life's mistakes, Zolomon attempted it on his own and found himself unstuck from time. Not technically a speedster, as Zoom he believed that people can only grow through tragedy, and sought to make the Flash's life better by taking away everything he loved. Number 3, Gorilla Grodd. Gorilla Grodd is from a hidden African city populated with hyper-intelligent gorillas, aptly named Gorilla City. A would-be tyrant, Grodd is always looking for the next way to take over as the city's leader, the first step towards global domination. Unlike most residents of Gorilla City, Grodd has telepathic abilities known as his Force of Mind, which he can use to stop the Flash dead in his tracks. For a tyrannical ape, Grodd generally does play with others and has been a member of various incarnations of groups such as the Secret Society of Supervillains. As of recently, he believes that he was prophesized to be blessed by the Speed Force, and seeks to take it from Barry Allen any way he can. Number 2, Leonard Snart, Captain Cold. Leonard Snart grew up under an abusive father and left as soon as he could, quickly falling into a life of crime. After reading an article about how a cyclotron could affect the Flash's speed, he was able to fashion a gun that, to his surprise, froze the air in its path, giving it the illusion of shooting ice. Usually depicted as the leader of the Rogues, Snart often clashes with fellow member Heatwave as their personalities are as opposite as their villainous themes. He briefly switched to the side of Angels and became a bounty hunter with his sister Lisa, but ultimately his blood runs cold and Leonard Snart is a rogue through and through. And number 1, E-Board Thawne, aka Professor Zoom, the Reverse Flash. E-Board Thawne grew up idolizing the Flash and did everything he could to emulate his hero, going so far as to have facial reconstructive surgery to look like Barry Allen. When he traveled back in time in the 20th century, he discovered that he was destined to become Barry's greatest enemy, Professor Zoom, and his mind snapped, believing himself to be Barry Allen. Ultimately exposed, defeated, and sent back to his home time with little memory of the incident, it was the first step to becoming Professor Zoom. As Professor Zoom, Thawne would go on to kill Barry Allen's wife, Iris West. When he threatened to kill Barry's new fiancée Fiona Webb, the Flash did everything he could to stop him and snap the villain's neck. Eborn Thawne resurfaced to menace Wally West as a result of Hunter Zolomon's meddling with the time stream, but Barry Allen appeared to help his nephew stop the threat of the two Reverse Flashes. Thawne was resurrected as part of the Blackest Night and went back in time to resurrect Barry Allen in an attempt to ruin his legacy. He altered the timeline and killed Barry's mother, an action that eventually led to Barry himself trying to set it right, but his inexperience with time travel resulted in the Flashpoint Paradox, a frightening new, darker world. While gloating over how Barry brought about his own failure, Thawne was killed by Thomas Wayne, the Batman of that timeline. He reappeared in the New 52 with a group of rogues all of his own from throughout time who have been touched by the Speed Force. However, that team turns on him when they learn of his plan to steal their powers, and Barry defeats him yet again. That's it for this week's Rogues Gallery. Make sure to check out Comics Alliance for the current poll and make your voice heard.